Valley Lady Blackhawk basketball. Let's go courtside with Q100's Mike Hamilton.
From the Doghouse, the gymnasium at Orleans High School in the Dogwood capital of Indiana, this is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball. Today, these two Orange County squads lock horns with a chance for one of them to win their second straight contest after both came off big wins on Thursday night. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton today being joined as we literally pulled him out of the crowd. Mike Meehan, the former Springs Valley standout, and of course the father to two outstanding players for the Lady Hawks, both Morgan, who played a couple of years ago, part of that undefeated team, and current Springs Valley player, senior Marissa Meehan. Well, Mike, you've certainly been through enough of these Valley and Orleans wars. You know what these are all about, and it's certainly a lot of fun when you go up and you have so much at stake.
Oh, yeah. I've had a few battles on this floor, and Orleans was always a big challenge for us over the years, and it seemed like we usually ended up coming out on top from what I can remember. It's been a couple moons ago, but it was
just
always,
a couple, right?
Yeah, it was always a good challenge, though. We had some good games against them.
Well, right now, Orleans, or I should say Valley, has won the last 6 meetings in this series. It's kind of gone back and forth. There was a stretch in there where Orleans won 10 straight in the series, so it kind of depends. And, of course, we remember full well what happened 2 years ago when Orleans or Valley came here and won by 25 and then had to take Orleans to overtime and nearly lost in that regional contest. So we know no matter what the talent level, these two teams usually lock up for a pretty good fight.
Yeah, that's about the way it goes with any team, though, any given night.
I was going to say. All right, well, as we said, both teams coming off big road victories. Valley winning at Bloomfield on Thursday night by 17, 41-24. Jewel McCormick had 18 points in that contest to help Valley end a 5-game losing streak. And meanwhile, Orleans was ending a 4-game losing skid of their own as they went down to Perry Central and beat the Lady Commodores 45-41. Audrey Elrod, 14 points in that game, including 8 for 8 at the free throw line, as Orleans picked up their first road win as well as their first conference win as well. As we said, the 35th meeting between these two schools since the 2000-2001 season. Valley holds the edge in the series since that time, 20-14, and as we said, they have won the last 6 meetings, including 2 straight here on this floor. Should be a lot of fun this afternoon, always is when the two Orange County squads go at it. Tip off a little over 15 minutes from now. When we come back, we'll be joined by head coach Marty Niehaus first on the Springs Valley girls basketball report. That'll be followed by Jared Gilbert on the Orleans girls report. All that comes up next. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
The Robinson Auction Service in Orleans, a proud supporter of Bulldogs basketball, is one of the area's most respected auction services. For over 30 years, people have relied on the Robinson Auction Service to get the best price for their saleable items. For personal property, business liquidation, or real estate, including farms, call Roger A., Roger D., Stephen Robinson, or Thomas Godfrey for an appointment at 865-2364. Find out why so many people have been satisfied when they sell their items through the Robinson Auction Service. Just call 865-2364 for the Robinson Auction Service. Since 1976, a house sold word.
130.
Orange County REMC is now offering you affordable protection for your home. Home security systems are available for members and non-members and will provide protection from fire, carbon monoxide, and theft. These systems are continuously monitored, so you'll have a peace of mind whether you're at home, work, or on vacation. You might even qualify for a discount on your homeowner's premium. Packages starting at $199 with monitoring starting at $24.95. For more information on these home services, call Orange County REMC at 812-865-2229.
basketball report with head coach Marty Niehaus as the Lady Hawks go on the road to face county and conference rival Orleans. Coach, as we go back to Thursday night, long trip to Bloomfield. They're having a good year, over the 500 mark certainly, but kids came in and played well. What was your assessment of the contest itself?
Well, I thought that we did a great job. We got the game started with a lot of energy, and sometimes when there's no JV game, that's not necessarily the case. But we got off to a good start and hit some shots that we hadn't been hitting here lately. And, that was, I think, what kind of got us going in the right direction. And pretty much, played well for all 32 minutes. So, we had a lapse here or there, but basically, a good effort from start to finish for us.
Jill had a big game, 18 points in the contest. Was that kind of the strategy to try to get it to her as much as possible?
Well, if we can, we want to get it to Drew as much as possible any night. She's by far our most consistent field goal shooter. And so, we love going in there. We did a better job of getting her the ball, I thought, than we had in some past games. And that was definitely something that we were looking to do. And I thought we did a decent job with it.
Playing without Stevie McNew, I'm sure you were anxious to see how the girls would come out, and I assume they responded very well.
But basically we put Elizabeth Emily in Stevie's spot, and she did a great job, brought a lot of energy on the defensive end, and I think that in addition to that, Atlanta was able to score the bucket, score the basketball a little bit, which, she's had a little trouble with that from time to time, but she picked up some of Stevie's scoring slack. So it was good to see the girls respond, and overcome that obstacle.
Only one day to practice to get ready for today's game with Orleans, but with Thursday night ending a little bit of a skid, could you see maybe a little change in the attitude and the confidence level in the kids?
Yeah, I thought, I think the kids definitely needed that win, and it kind of brought a little more energy and enthusiasm to last night's practice, and so hopefully we can kind of build on that going forward.
All right, Orleans kind of the same as you. A little bit of a skid, got a nice road win down at Perry Central on Thursday night. What else can you tell us about Jared Gilbert's team?
Well, they got a real solid team. I think that they're very sound fundamentally, and they do a lot of things well. And if you had to pick a weakness, I would say they just have a little trouble scoring the ball sometimes, which we certainly understand that, because we're in the same predicament from time to time. They've got, I think they're really kind of changing their team a little bit, over the course of what I've seen them playing, going more, using the young kids more. I think, I'm not sure, but maybe starting 3 freshmen. And of course, if that's your situation, you're probably going to have some growing pains, but they're going to do nothing but get better. And I've already seen improvement from their young kids. So it'll be a battle. I know that this game, is always kind of a rivalry, and I think we'll have a work cut out for us today.
To elaborate just on what you said about them starting 3 freshmen, are there ways to kind of expose that inexperience?
Well, you would think maybe you would want to press that kind of a team, but I've watched 3 other teams press them, and they handle the press really well. So I'm not sure that's the right way to head with that. But, I think if we play a solid game, we just don't, lose our minds. If we play the way we know we can play, hopefully our experience will, will overcome. But if we play like freshmen, which we have been known to do, then, it could be a long day.
They're probably a little deeper bench-wise. Does that cause concern at all?
Well, the bench issue has been kind of a mystery, if you will, for us. We've just kind of decided going forward here that we're going to go ahead and dress all our freshmen. They'll only have a quarter, but if we need them, we'll use them. We've seen a lot of improvement from them, so I feel a little bit more confident about using them. But, Lane 7, and we were kind of down a player today. Marissa's really not feeling too well. She's going to dress. She's going to try to play a little bit, but I don't think she's going to be able to give us much. She's kind of got bit by the flu bug, so that kind of puts us down another player. And you know, she had a good game there at Bloomfield, so that may hurt us a little bit. But you know, we just kind of have to trudge through as best we can, and having Stevie back should make us a little bit deeper at guard at least than we were the other night.
All right, Coach, as a final thought, you mentioned a few of the keys. Anything else specifically out on the floor you're needing the girls to do? Well,
you know, I just hope they bring that energy that they had the other night. To me, that's just been a key thing for us, energy and focus, and if we come with that, I like our chances.
All right, 6 wins in a row for the Lady Hawks over the Lady Bulldogs. I'm sure you'd like to see it 7 tonight.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Go ahead and get them today.
All right, thanks, Mike.
And this has been the Springs Valley Girls Basketball Report with head coach Marty Niehaus as the Lady Hawks take on Orleans. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley and Orleans Girls Basketball.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
This is the Orleans Girls Basketball Report with head coach Jared Gilbert as the Lady Bulldogs play host to county and conference rival Springs Valley. Well, Coach, as we go back to Thursday night, hopefully from now on you're going to have some pleasant memories whenever you think of Perry Central as the girls went down and picked up a lot of first conference win, first road win, first win in about 3.5 weeks or so, but they certainly played hard and I thought deserved the victory.
Yeah, we did. You know, we definitely did some good things that night. I thought we were on the attack for most of the night, which is something we worked on the night before, so we carried that over, did a nice job of that, and so I thought we played hard. You know, it wasn't perfect by no means. We turned it over at times, in crucial times. But at the same time, we didn't hang our heads, and we kept battling, and we made enough plays down the stretch that I felt like, we outplayed them when we had to get the win.
It's done on a number of occasions throughout the year, but I thought more so in this particular game, your bench really carried you. Some of your starters got into a little bit of foul trouble, and kids like Jackie and Jenna and Sydney all came off and really gave you good minutes.
Yeah, we did. You know, Jenna Whalen played a heck of a game, I thought. She battled not only in making shots, but she battled their bigs inside very well, and she can do that and provide a little bit of offense for us, and that just makes us that much better. But we were in foul trouble, and we had all the girls. I thought Sydney Owens, who hasn't played a whole lot, came in and gave us some big minutes, scored 3 points, and it's just one of those things. I think Jacqueline coming off the bench, she's shown a little more confidence and played really well. So we feel like we got a deep bench, and we've talked a lot about using that to our advantage and hopefully wearing teams down. And at the same time, it creates competition with our own team that, we know we have to find whatever combination works from game to game, and we feel like we got a lot of girls that can step into those roles.
Since you ended the little skid, I'm curious, of course only one day to prepare for Springs Valley, but did you see a difference in practice, maybe a little change in attitude?
Yeah, we really preached about just the effort, and I felt like since the Lagota game we've had that. I thought, we've lost some games and by pretty large margins, but I haven't really felt like we've not had the effort that we didn't have that night since that took place. So But our girls, I think realized that we went through a tough stretch there with playing some really good teams, and we kept telling them, our wins will come. If we keep battling and keep doing what we're talking about, that they will come. So I think it was maybe a little bit of a relief for them to get a win, and but their attitudes have been good, every practice, and they come out and work hard and do what we ask out of them. So that part really hasn't changed, and I just hopefully their confidence level a little bit, maybe going into this game will show as we come out today.
And of course, hopefully the fan base understands, and I don't think the team itself uses it as an excuse. But when you're starting 3 freshmen, sometimes it's still three steps forward, 2 steps back kind of routine.
Oh, definitely. I think we understand that. I think our fans are smart enough to realize that sometimes with a young team that it takes a while, and as the year goes on, I feel like we've already made some progress, and we'll make more progress as the year goes on. But definitely with playing the young kids that we are, and mixed in with some veteran leadership that played a lot last year, I think it's a good combination, and I think they're gelling, and just getting Sheridan back, just being her 4th game here, it does take a while when we throw in somebody new, so that's going to take some time, but they've accepted it, and I think realize that as the year goes on, we're going to keep getting better and better.
Like your team, Springs Valley ended a little bit of a dry spell there with a nice win on the road at Bloomfield, and certainly because of proximity and being in the same conference, you're able to follow what Marty's team has been able to do so far.
Oh yeah, they're a solid team. I feel like they play similar to us in certain ways. At times they can shoot the ball, and they got a couple bigs that are really good. And the McCormick girl's a handful. I've been really impressed with what she does from game to game. Every game I've seen her, it just seems like she gets better and better. So, they're hard to score against. They have a lot of weapons on the offensive end. So we're going to have our hands full, and it's a great challenge. I'm excited about it, though. I think our girls are excited about it, and hopefully we'll come to play and bring our best game today.
What do you feel the keys will be for your ball club?
We definitely, our keys is to stop the McCormick girl, I think, first and foremost. I think it starts with her, and if we can do a good job on her and keep the ball out of her hands and keep her off the glass, and the Meehan girl as well. I mean, they got 2 bigs there that are loads down low that we have to stop, and they got capable shooters. New girl's a very good, very capable offensive player, and we got to know where she is at all times. And so we have our hands full, but at the same time, I think we match up pretty well with them, and we'll hopefully be ready to play.
All right, looking forward to it. Coach, as always, thanks for the talk. Go out and get them today.
Thank you.
And this has been the Orleans Girls Basketball Report with head coach Jared Gilbert as the Lady Bulldogs play host.
A message from Spring Valley Meadows and French Lick.
As we age, recuperating from an illness or surgery may take more time than it used to. It's important for you to follow your doctor's discharge orders and include physical, occupational, and speech therapies when needed. Skimping on post-hospitalization therapy can cause potential falls and infections. So do it for yourself and do it for the ones you love.
The road to recovery begins at Springs Valley Meadows and French Lick, where caring people make the difference.
Call us at 936-9991.
Legends Restaurant in French Lick is your ultimate destination for any special occasion you might have. Birthdays, wedding receptions, anniversaries. Legends has the party room, the supplies, and best of all, the great food you need to pull off that perfect event. And it's not too soon to be thinking about their big New Year's Eve bash featuring a live DJ, party favors, and a free toast at midnight. Book your holiday parties now by calling 936-6338. That's 936-6338. Legends Restaurant across from the fountain in downtown French Lick. Start your own tradition.
Do you ever get financial headaches? If so, come see me, Chris Manship, branch manager at Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, in Orleans and Mitchell, and let us be the solution for all your financial needs. Here at Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, we have proudly served our community since 1886. We value and cherish the relationships that we have built over the years. We are also proud to serve in Orange, Floyd, Lawrence, and Washington counties. You know us. We're your neighbors, your friends, and we consider you family. Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to WFLQ in French Lick, Indiana. The time is 1:39. The temperature 49 degrees at Q100. Forecast for today, sunny, a high of 52. Currently 48 at Q100.
Springs Valley and Orleans getting set to renew rivalries here at the Doghouse on this Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look at the lineups in the contest. First four, Orleans coming in with a record of 3-9, 1-2 in the conference. They're 2-5 at home. The forwards will be Audrey Elrod, a 5'7" junior at 7 a contest, along with freshman Haley Powell, 6 foot at 6.3 a game. In the middle, Maddie Jones, 5'7" a junior, 2.5 points per outing. And in the backcourt, another pair of rookies, 5'6" Peyton Blanton at 3.8 a game, and Sheridan Robbins making her fifth appearance since coming back about 3 weeks ago. 5'8" freshman at 13 a contest. Jared Gilbert in his second year, 9-24, winning mark of 27%. For Valley, Stevie McNew back after missing the Bloomfield game on Thursday night. 5'8" junior at 12 a game. Alana Nelson, the other forward, 5'9" senior at 5.1 per contest. Jewel McCormick, 5'10" sophomore, leading the team at 13-1 a game. In the guards, Leah Punturi, 5'4" junior at nearly 4 a game. And Kyra Harrell, 5'5" senior at 6 points per contest. The ball in the air, the tap controlled by Jewel as she out-jumps Haley Powell. Valley in black, moving right to left. Orleans is in white. Kyra Harrell up top to Leah Punturi as we see Orleans starting off in a 2-3 zone. Kyra lobs it left side to Stevie. Trying to go in low to Alana Nelson.
The April 1770.
On the left block. Works it around now to Kyra Harrell. In low to Jewel, who misses the shot. Rebound grabbed by Stevie, back up and good. So Stevie with a weak side rebound, able to finish the miss from Jewel. And the Lady Hawks have drawn first blood. Into the front court, Sheridan Robbins drives down the lane, scoops it up with the left hand, overshot it, rebound. Powell back up, good. Haley Powell did not have a field goal against Perry Central as she got into early foul trouble, but she responds here as each team will put back, and we're tied at 2. Kyra for 3, overshot it, rebound to Stevie, back up from 10, good. So 2 quick baskets by Stevie McNew have the Lady Hawks out and running here in the first minute of the contest. Peyton Blanton splits the defense, sends it over to Powell. Haley drives in, puts up the shot, blocked away. I think it was Jewel that got a piece of it. Lady Hawks running. Leah down the floor, right side pass to Jewel, off to Kyra for 3, good! Bingo! Lady Hawks off and running again. They got a good start against Bloomfield on Thursday, and they've hit 3 out of their first 5 shots here. As Powell down low against the double team, puts it up for 2 more. So Haley Powell has both of the Orleans baskets. The Valley lead is at 7-4.
Yeah, looks like both teams come to play today.
Absolutely. Bounce pass over to Kyra, right side. Looks back to Leah at the point. Bounces back to Kyra. Free throw line to Alana. Lobs it into Jewel for the catch. Couldn't get it to go, but she will shoot a pair. Our first foul of the game will put Jewel on the free throw line. And Audrey Elrod, guilty of the personal foul. And Jewel, who has really been working hard on her free throws, fires the first one up and left it short. Valley did a little better against Bloomfield. They were 7 of 12. That's 58%, but as a team, struggling a little bit here. Second free throw is good, so Jewel gets 1 of 2. She's on the board. And Valley with the early 8-4 advantage. We're just 2 minutes in, so a lot of scoring here in the early start. Valley showing a little zone, 1-2-2. As they throw it down to the corner to Elrod, in low to Powell, who puts it up, overshot it. Rebound comes off to, that is Maddie Jones, yeah. And she came down with the offensive rebound, and she drew the foul, and that will go on Alana Nelson. So free throws upcoming now. As the first one by Maddie, up and good. Just looking at Valley's team free throw shooting, it's 52%, so they have not done well. But Maddie Jones gets the kind bounce as the second one falls as well, and Valley's lead at 2 now at 8-6. Leah at the point. Looking inside against the zone, sends it left side to Stevie and low to Atlanta, and her shot partially blocked, and then on the ensuing rebound, Valley the last to touch it. So Atlanta showing she can post up as well. But Valley comes away empty-handed here. Now Orleans a chance to tie or take their first lead of the contest as they lob it in low to Haley Powell, and she scoops that one up and in, and Valley really struggling with their interior defense here, Mike, as Haley Powell's just gone wild. There's Leah down the lane, blocked away, picked up by Haley Powell. She's on a break to the other end. Lobs it ahead, intended for Sheridan Robbins, and it's tipped around a couple of times, and Sheridan the last to touch it. They're just cutting Haley Powell through the middle there, and nobody's picking her up, and she's had some point-blank shots here.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on that rotation, dropping somebody back in to cover her when she cuts through there. A lot of times when you're following the ball, though, it's hard to do.
Here's Jewel around Haley Powell, lost the handle, got it back, lost it again, and now Maddie Jones comes out of there with it. First turnover of the game for the Lady Hawks. Here is Blanton. Now, again, Orleans a chance to take the lead, and there's a travel on Sheridan Robbins as she got in too big of a hurry there, bobbled the pass, and was moving in the process. So each team now with a turnover. Nearing the halfway point of the opening quarter. Leah walks it into the front court. Bounces away to Kyra, down to the corner. It goes to Jewel. Throws it back out of the wing now to Leah. Now Kyra in the corner, in low to Jewel, knocked away again, as we're going to have a foul called here, and I think they're going to call Haley Powell on this foul. She got tangled up with Jewel McCormick. I thought they might call a double foul as both players went to the floor, and Jeff Jackson, the official, said that Haley Powell had her arm wrapped around Jewel. So a break for Valley. Kyra gets it down to the corner to Stevie. Quick 12-footer off the back of the rim, and it's out of bounds as Haley Powell took a tumble to the floor. No call this time, and Orleans fans right now, Mike, up in arms.
Yeah, we got a battle of big men going on there right now. So trying to establish their ground.
Right. 8-all tie. 4 minutes to go opening quarter. Jackie Gherkin is checked in. Drives it on Stevie. Throws up the runner and banks it off the glass and in. Boy, Orleans has definitely come to play. They're on a 6-0 run. They have their first lead of the game, and Valley throws it away on the other end as Leah's pass thrown behind Stevie McNew. And Marty Niehaus is going to waste no time. And we'll send Elizabeth Stembley in now for the first time, the 5'6" senior at 2.5 a game. And Stevie still battling that ear infection. She says she still can't hear out of her right ear. So we'll have to monitor her progress. Marissa Meehan a little under the weather, battling a flu bug. Hopefully she'll be all right. As Gherkin lost it, scrambled for the loose ball, and a good job by Alana Nelson to tie up Jackie Gherkin. And Atlanta, grabbing the ball, just pulled on it and sent Jackie Gherkin to the floor. In fact, I think Jackie hit her head. And again, Jared Gilbert doesn't like it. And now they're going to check with Jackie here and going to let her stay in the ball game. Again, you always worry about that concussion protocol. Out of control was Haley Powell, lost the ball, was hoping to get a foul, didn't get it. Here come the Lady Hawks, quickly into the front court. Jewel wide open underneath the basket, lays it up and in as Valley getting the ball quickly up court in transition, and Jewel gets her first basket, 3rd point. We're tied for the 3rd time now at 10. Gherkin on the right wing, spots up for a 3. Off the back of the rim, rebound to Haley Powell, lost it off her leg and out of bounds, or not. Nope, they're going to say Jewel was the last to touch it, so it'll stay with Orleans. And right now, Mike, Valley having problems on the defensive boards, giving up too many second chance opportunities here in the early going. Gherkin to play it in now for Orleans. Better hurry. Finally gets it into Sheridan Robbins, who'll launch a 3-pointer. It is no good. And Elizabeth Stemley able to corral the rebound for Springs Valley. So far, the Billings lived up to its expectations, tied up at 10, 5 minutes in. They swing it around, and over the head of Elizabeth Stemley and out of bounds. Another bad pass made by Leah. That's already the third Valley turnover.
Yeah, you got to come meet those passes.
But they have to be good passes, too.
This is true.
So
it's always easier to say that from up here.
50% blame on both, right?
Right.
All right. Here's Gherkin right wing now for Orleans. Sydney Moon's checked into the game now for Orleans. She's a 5'7" junior at almost 4 a game. Up top now to Blanton, the freshman playing the point. Sends it around to Haley Powell. Thought about the three. Looking to post up Moon. They go into Sydney. Too far underneath the basket and threw it right into the hands of Elizabeth. Both teams with 3 turnovers. Leah runs the floor, gets it to Alana. Back to Leah, throws it out of the wing, and it's knocked away, and we're going to get a foul here on Springs Valley, I believe. Or are we? Well, they may put it on Peyton Blanton here. Yeah. Wow. So Peyton Blanton picks up the foul. And Mike, to be honest, I thought she had the position, and it was Kyra that kind of ran through her. So
again, you call on that when they're both going for the ball, you know.
So I think Valley gets another big break there. That's the first on Peyton, third now on Orleans. So Valley with a basketball, trying to take the lead. Stevie back in there, lobs it in low to Jewel, and a reach-around foul on Haley Powell, who has just picked up her second personal foul. She got in serious foul trouble against Perry Central. That's why she only scored 1 point, and now she picks up her second, and Jared Gilbert has no choice but to take her out of the contest, as Jared continuing to ride Gerald Scott right now. 4 team fouls already on Orleans. Stevie, left wing, picks up the dribble, clears it away to Kyra, and she's going to be called for a travel. So either team here in the early going, Mike, really doing a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, working the jitters out on a Saturday.
Yeah, it's tough when you play that matinee game. And here's Blanton right, sit down the right side, throws up the runner, no good. Ball poked away from Jackie Gherkin. Jackie had 8 rebounds in that game against Perry Central. She was a force on the boards, despite only being listed at 5'7". Just seemed to have a knack. Off the screen, comes into Robbins. Quick three by Sheridan is good. Sheridan Robbins from downtown launching a 3. And Orleans has their biggest lead of the game now at 13-10. Stemley right wing, up top now to Harrell. Moves it around now to Stevie, 18-footer, spins out. Rebound grabbed by Alana Nelson, and she can't hang on to it. It's out of bounds back over to Orleans. Valley started out hot. They've cooled off here a little bit. Minute 25 to go here in the opening quarter. Blanton works it into the front court. Sends it right side to Moon. Sydney on the hold. Looks, clears it up top to Gherkin, moves it around to Blanton on the wing. Top of the key now to Sheridan, picked up by Alana Nelson. Atlanta Valley's best defender. Off to Moon, drives it to the wing, pulls up for a 12-footer, overshot it, rebound tapped around, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to Valley. So again, Lady Hawks, Mike, struggling here to get defensive boards and limit Orleans to 1 shot, so Marty Meehouse will bring Marissa Meehan in for the first time, the 5'11" senior, 3 points a contest. Under a minute to go, opening quarter. Valley a 3-point trailer. Here is Harrell out along the perimeter, moves it around to Stevie. Drives it on Gherkin to the baseline, lobs it in low to Marissa, who fires up the shot off the glass and in. Good job by Marissa, as she had a wide open look, about a 7-footer on the left wing, banked it off the window for her first 2. And Valley closes the deficit to 1. Gherkin right wing, looking inside, trying to post up Robbins. Instead, they send it around to the far side to Blanton, off to Moon, around Stevie, drives in, missed the shot. Rebound, Maddie Jones, tipped away, but Peyton Blanton grabs it, and then as Kyra tried to chase her down, she bumps into her and commits the foul. That is her first, second on the team. And the ball will be out of bounds to Orleans. with 20 seconds to go in the quarter as Jenna Whalen comes in for the first time, 5'7" senior at 3.3 a game. And we'll also see Abby Kendall enter the lineup for her initial appearance, 5'7" junior, averaging less than a point, replacing Stevie McNew. So, final seconds. Oh, and Kyra just picked up her second foul. I'm not sure what Kyra was doing, as Blanton, Mike, there, just 4 feet inside the center line, and has just picked up 2 quick personal fouls, and she will come out as Leah back in. And boy, you hate to see that.
Yeah, it looked like she was going for the ball kind of at an odd position there.
Right. Down the lane goes Blanton, kicks it off to Gherkin. Quick 12-footer, would not go. Rebound to Atlanta. 4 seconds to go. Off to Leah. Loses the handle. Scramble for the loose ball, and time will expire before anything else can happen. A close one here after the first 8 minutes. And on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard after 1 here at the Doghouse, it is the Lady Hawks 13, or the Lady Bulldogs 13, the Lady Hawks 12. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
When it comes to buying insurance, you want a company that will take the guesswork out of finding the proper coverage at premiums that are affordable. At the Busick Insurance Agency in Orleans, your auto owner's agent, they'll work with you to determine the right amount of coverage. To get the best protection for home, health, auto, life, and business, call Patton or Brett Busick or Josh Crocker or Richard Grace at the Busick Insurance Agency, your auto owner's agent on East Jefferson Street in Orleans at 865-2626. Busick Insurance, a proud supporter of Orleans Bulldogs sports.
Hall Brothers Transportation in Orleans, a name that has stood for dependability for many years, is proud to continue their support of the Orleans Bulldogs and to the many events and activities of the school and the community as well. They realize the importance athletics have on our young people in building character and to adults in experiencing the thrill of high school sports. Hall Brothers Transportation has been serving the shipping needs of much of the Midwest, providing the link to keep businesses strong and our area's economy growing.
Hall Brothers Transportation, Highway 37 in Orleans, serving the area since 1979.
Valley with the ball to start the second quarter. They get a point-blank shot inside as Elizabeth Stemley lobbed it in low to Jewel, but she missed the layup, and then Valley could not come up with the offensive rebound. So it stays a 1-point Orleans lead as we start the second quarter. Peyton Blanton, now they've got 4 down low. They post up Audrey Elrod, who picks, takes it down the lane, throws up the shot, no good, but does draw the foul. Boy, excellent play designed by Jared Gilbert that time, as Elrod faked to the person driving through and then just made a little drop step to the goal, and Jewel got over late, committed the foul, and Audrey Elrod will shoot 2 free throws, trying to extend her 8 free throw streak, and she will not, as the first one comes up short. So 4 team fouls aside. Audrey's second free throw up. This one is good. She's got her first point of the game. Orleans their first point of the second quarter, and they lead by 2 now at 14-12 on the Sullivan Financial board. Still that 2-3 zone being employed by Orleans. Leah has it out front, lobs it out of the corner to Atlanta. Nelson, couple dribbles, back out to Leah on the wing. Hawked by Sheridan Robbins, and we're going to get a reach in here on Sheridan. So, did you usually find that whenever it was Valley and Orleans, it was always a physical game?
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like this is starting out here as both teams.
Yeah, but we liked the physical back then.
Okay. First minute of the second quarter, Valley looking to tie on or take the lead on this possession. Leah out on the wing. Drives it, takes it into the lane, and she traveled with the basketball. Well, I think if she just kept going, she might have gotten away with it there.
Yeah, one more dribble.
Instead, she just kind of stopped like, oh, they're going to call me for it. And sure enough, they did. That's
give herself away that time.
Yeah. Valley staying in a man. Again, they go 4 low, 1 high. Blanton sends it left side now to Elrod on the wing. Turning, looking, Drives off the screen, takes it down the lane, cutoffs, throws it out now to Whalen, moves it around to Robbins, 18-footer on the way, off the back of the rim, and a long rebound grabbed by Jewell. 6.5 to go, quickly into the front court, Atlanta to a cutting Jewell, down the lane, off the glass and in. Oh, tic-tac-toe that time. Leah to Atlanta to a cutting Jewell, and we are tied now at 14 as Jewell with our 5th point. Jenna Whalen tries to untie it with a 3 and airballs that, and trying to save it was Audrey Elrod, and cannot. The Valley plays with Atlanta Nelson, Leah Punturi, Stevie McNew, Elizabeth Stemley, and Jewel McCormick. Orleans counters with Peyton Blanton, Sheridan Robbins, Audrey Elrod, Jackie Gherkin, and Jenna Whalen. Here's Leah at the point, sends it over to Stevie, down to the corner to Atlanta. Nelson being hawked by Jackie Gherkin. Couple of dribbles and threw the ball away, although it's run down near the far sidelines by Jewell. Sends it over on the near side to Stevie. 3 on the way. Good! Nope, they say it was just a 2. She had her foot on the line, but Stevie with her 6th point. And Valley's back in front now by 2. It's 16-14. Almost 2.5 minutes played here in this second quarter. Blanton moves it around now to Whalen. Jenna drives it to the foul line, cut off. They back off of her, can't get the 3 off. Now Gherkin flashes out right wing, drives it on Stemley, knocked away and stolen by Stevie. She'll slow it down a little bit, gets it across the 10-second line, quickly into the front court to Atlanta, lobs it in low and threw it right into the hands of Jackie Gherkin. Already 6 Springs Valley turnovers. Here's Gherkin out front, sends it around now to Whalen. Jenna launches a long 3, short, and Elizabeth Stemley to corral the rebound. Here's Leah. Hands it underneath the Jewell. Wide open for the easy layup. And again, the dish and feed working well. And the Lady Hawks have scored 6 in a row. And they have now opened up a 4-point lead, their biggest, on Orleans at 18-14 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Landis Insurance in Orleans is serious about protecting you and your interests. They represent Hastings Mutual, and Landis is ready to satisfy your auto, business, farm, home, or other insurance needs. Hastings Mutual and Landis, together providing Midwestern value since 1885. Call the Landis Agency in Orleans at 865-4792. From the varsity all the way down to the elementary grades, your friends at Sky Doherty Trucking are proud to salute each student athlete for their hard work and dedication in continuing the legacy of excellence that is Lady Bulldogs basketball. Good luck all season long from everyone at Scott Doherty Trucking in Orleans, keeping America's economy on the move. Valley was 5 for 11 of the opening quarter, 45%. They hit 1 of their 2 3-point attempts. Orleans got off more shots, but only had the same number of field goals, 5, so they were 33% and 1 of 3 from downtown. Oh, that went off the leg, stolen away by Atlanta. She's on a break to the other end, lays it up and in. So again, Valley cashing in on Orleans, struggling to take care of the basketball. It was a bad pass that went off of Maddie Jones, and the quickness there of Atlanta Nelson got her to the ball first and raced down the court. Here on the other end's a little short 5-footer, good by Peyton Blanton. Well, I'll tell you what, Valley is losing players defensively here, Mike, and Orleans at times getting some wide open looks. 20 to 16.
Atlanta made a good play there on that last one. She is so fast in the passing zone.
And Elizabeth stepped out of bounds. She's in a little bit of pain right now. I think somebody may have stepped on her foot. She's hobbling. She's going to come out. Stevie McNew is going to get set to check back in, and she says she's all right, but obvious agony here. She'll head down to the bench, actually off the bench here, and Chris Burton will attend to her. Halfway through the second quarter, Valley by 4. Blanton into the front court, picks up the dribble, moves it around now to Elrod. Out beyond the arc, Audrey slides off the screen, tries to turn the corner, leans in, may have gotten away with a travel, kicks it off to Brooklyn Knight, who will try a 3 that is no good. Ball tapped around, scramble for the loose ball, and I think we're going to have a held ball. Jewell was sitting on the basket. Yeah.
Stop it one way or the other.
Absolutely. It'll stay with Orleans on the alternating possession. Brooklyn Knight, 5'4" sophomore, 2.3 a game in there. Blanton, Elrod, Knight, Jones, and Moon, the 5 in there for Orleans. Comes into Jones, ball knocked away, picked up by Abby Kendall. Ahead now to Stevie. Stevie up the left side. Switches, hands off to Jewel. Lost it, got it back, puts it up from 10 and airballed it. May have been partially blocked, I'm not sure, but Orleans comes out of there with it. 3:25 to go in the half. Valley is led by as many as 6. It's a 4-point lead right now. Jones cross-courts it to Elrod. And Audrey takes Kendall down the lane, scoops it up, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound pulled out of there by Jewel. Again, Valley pushing the tempo. Lee up the left side, down to the corner to Stevie. Baseline 10-footer, good again! Stevie McNew showing her mid-range prowess as she pops home her 8th point of the contest, and Valley regains the 6-point advantage now at 22-16 as Maddie Jones called for a travel.
Yeah, Lee's doing a real good job on driving in there and hitting the open man.
That's her job. Her penetration is key to the success of Valley, and if she can develop maybe that short little 10-footer, she just will pull up and pop it sometimes. That just makes Valley even tougher to stop.
There's a double threat there.
They lob it into Jewel for a quick catch and shoot. Got it to go. Boy, Jewel knew what to do with it as soon as she caught it that time. She's got 9, and Valley now have their biggest lead of 8 at 24-16 on the Sullivan board.
She's so good at hitting off-balance shots.
She is. Sometimes she doesn't even know where the ball is when she puts it up. And missing a 3 that time was Gherkin, and then Alana Nelson the rebound off to Leah, and as she tries to bring it up, Peyton Blanton tried to get over there and stop her and ends up picking up the foul. That'll be her second. That is the 6th team foul now on Orleans, so it'll be out of bounds to Valley. The next one will put them into the bonus. Sydney Moon will check back in, and out will go Peyton. So, again, Haley Powell picking up her second foul earlier in this quarter. Not in there. And now another freshman, Peyton Blanton, out of there as well. Valley has a chance to take a double-figure lead if they score on this possession. Stevie drives it into the lane all the way to the goal, scoops it up, and left it short. Rebound, Atlanta back up, and no. And the rebound battles for, and Sydney Moon finally comes out of there with it. Boy, if you're Marty Niehaus, tough, because you missed 2 point-blank shots there. Here is Brooklyn Knight. Bounces away to Gherkin left side. Jackie drives it to the foul line. Little crossover move on Jewel. Cut off, and then as she tried to go out to Brooklyn Knight, Stevie called for a kick. If you're Valley, you want to finish the quarter strong here. You've got 100 seconds left, Mike. If you're Orleans, maybe a couple of quick baskets and try to get this down to maybe 4 or 5 before halftime. Audrey Elrod will play it in from the baseline. They stack 4 at the free throw line into Sheridan Robbins, who drives in, scoops it up with the left hand off the back of the rim, and Jewel able to grab the rebound. Ahead now to Leah, quickly into the front court. Crossover move, takes it to the left side, maintains the dribble, moves it out front. Looks for somewhere to go, dribbles it on Moon, takes it down the lane, throws up the runner, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Atlanta comes out of there with it. Good hustle again. Off now to Stevie. Drives it to the wing, and we're going to get a foul here on the drive by Stevie, and that should put Valley into the bonus. Let's see who'll get this foul. It will go on Brooklyn Knight. That'll be her first, but it's the 7th team foul. Valley's only shot 2 free throws thus far. That was Jewel, who hit 1 out of 2. Orleans 3 out of 4 at the line. So Stevie rather to shoot the 1 and 1, the first of which is up and good. So she ties Jewel for high on the team. That's 9 for each of them. And with 1:13 to go, a chance for a double-figure lead, and that one spins out. 25-16 Valley on the Sullivan board, coming up on a minute to go before halftime. Here's Moon out front. Looks off to Audrey Elrod, who drives down the lane, throws up the shot, no good, but does draw the foul. And let's see who's going to get this one. Is it Jewel? Nope, it's going to be on Stevie. That'll be her first. I'll tell you what, Audrey Elrod has done a great job of adding that drive to her game. She did that a lot against Perry Central on Thursday and had a lot of success getting to the foul line. She hits the first free throw. That ends Valley's 5-point run. Cuts the lead to 8. She looks for her third point, and that one spins out, and Jewel able to corral the rebound. Minute to go in the half. Quickly into the front court to a breaking Stevie, who takes it in and rolls it up and in. Good job by Stevie coming in from the left side. And you're right, Mike. I'll tell you what, it's great to see Leah. She really plays with her head up. And Valley does get that double-figure lead as Moon drives it down the lane all the way to the goal. And again, Valley surrenders an easy shot.
Up to Jewel there.
Right. 35 seconds to go as Stevie into the lane throws up the little runner. 2 more. Oh, what a game Stevie McNew is having right now. 13 in the game. And again, it's a 10-point Valley lead, 29-19. Neither team really playing much defense right now. Now we'll see if Orleans wants to play for the final shot of the half. 13 seconds remaining. Out front, here is Robbins against Alana. Valley does have a foul to give. Sheridan to the baseline. Blocked away by Jewel. 3 seconds to go. Off to Leah. To a 2 with 1. And they're going to call a foul prior to the buzzer. Oh, my goodness. Tough break for Orleans there. As I thought Leah would just at some point pull up and try to heave up a desperation shot. Instead, she just kept driving. And they're going to call Sydney Moon for a reach-in foul. And Leah will go to the free throw line here to shoot a 1 in bonus, the first of which spins out. So it does not hurt Orleans, and Valley will settle for a 10-point lead coming up here at halftime. Landis Insurance in Orleans is serious about protecting you and your interests. They represent Hastings Mutual, and Landis is ready to satisfy your auto, business, farm, home, or other insurance needs. Hastings Mutual and Landis together providing Midwestern values since 1885. Call the Landis Agency in Orleans at 865-4792. From the varsity all the way down to the elementary grades, your friends at Scott Doherty Trucking are proud to salute each student-athlete for their hard work and dedication in continuing the legacy of excellence that is Lady Bulldogs basketball. Good luck all season long from everyone at Scott Doherty Trucking in Orleans, keeping America's economy on the move. Halftime here at the Doghouse as these two long-time Orange County rivals go at it. And on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard at the half, it is the Lady Blackhawks 29, the Lady Bulldogs 19. You're listening to Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
The folks at Judy Meehan and Associates Real Estate in French Lick are big on Springs Valley girls basketball, and they're big on serving real estate buyers and sellers in Orange and the surrounding counties. Stop by their office on College Street in French Lick and see what's available, or call Judy Meehan and Associates at 936-7300.
Go Springs Valley basketball and go to Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the new Chevy Equinox and the big inventory of used pickups at Babcock Motors, your Chevrolet dealer in Orange County. That's Babcock Motors in Orleans.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick.
There's only one place to go for a clean, shiny car this holiday season. Super Clean Car Wash. Stop by today and choose from our 4 automatic wash options, including our most popular, the Works. The Works Wash features a hot carnauba wax to help protect your car from winter's elements. Also, check out our buy 3, get 1 free option. Located in Orleans, Bedford, Jasper, and Salem, we have everything you need to keep your car looking its best. Visit us today. Super Clean Car Wash. It's not clean till it's super clean. There's only one place to go for a clean, shiny car this holiday season. Super Clean Car Wash.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services, delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
The Robinson Auction Service in Orleans, a proud supporter of Bulldogs basketball, is one of the area's most respected auction services. For over 30 years, people have relied on the Robinson Auction Service to get the best price for their saleable items. For personal property, business liquidation, or real estate, including farms, call Roger A., Roger D., Stephen Robinson, or Thomas Godfrey for an appointment at 865-2364. Find out why so many people have been satisfied when they sell their items through the Robinson Auction Service. Just call 865-2364 for the Robinson Auction Service. Since 1976, a house sold word.
And before we start our halftime activities from the Doghouse in Orleans, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
WFLQ FM and French Lick, it's 2:15 and blue skies and 48 degrees now at Q100.
Mike Hamilton along with Mike Meehan back at the Doghouse, where at halftime Springs Valley holds a 10-point lead on Orleans at 29-19 on the Sullivan Financial Board. Let's take a look at the scoring for Orleans. They're led by Haley Powell, who picked up 6 points in that first half, all in the early going, but she did pick up her second personal foul late in the first quarter and did not play after that as a precaution. Jared Gilbert holding her out. 3 points from Sheridan Robbins. She hit a three-pointer, and then no less than 5 other players have 2. Audrey Elrod on 2 free throws in 4 attempts. Maddie Jones also with a pair of free throws. Peyton Blanton has a field goal. Ditto for Sydney Moon and Jackie Gherkin. Brooklyn Knight and Jenna Whalen have also played for Orleans, but they have yet to score. So 6 from Haley Powell, who also has 2 personals. So does Peyton Blanton. Nobody else for Orleans had more than 1. For Springs Valley in the first half, leading the way, Stevie McNew. Despite playing with that ear infection, all she's managed to do is score 13 points on 6 field goals, 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Jewel McCormick close to her with 9, 4 field goals, 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Kyra Harrell, before she picked up her second foul, had a 3-point basket. Alana Nelson a basket for 2, and off the bench, Marissa Meehan has a field goal for 2. Leah Punturi missed the front end of a 1-and-1. She has yet to score, and Abby Kendall and Elizabeth Timley played off the bench as well. They have yet to tally. So 13 from Stevie. As we said, Kyra with 2 first-half fouls. Nobody else for Valley had more than 1. 13-12, Orleans led after 1, but a strong second quarter for the Lady Hawks. They outscore Orleans 17-6, and they lead on the Sullivan board here at halftime at 29-19. We'll step aside. When we return, McKenna Purley will take a look at our first half statistics. She'll have those in a moment. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
Whether you work on cars as a hobby or do it for a living, it's nice to know there's AAA Auto and Truck Parts in Orleans. With over 175 years of combined experience, Rick Jones and his staff will help you find the right part at the right price. With a 1 million item inventory and limited free delivery, AAA Auto and Truck Parts can usually get what you need right away, like interstate and DECA batteries for the dependable starts all winter long. A wide array of chemicals, including fuel injection cleaners and air brake antifreeze, wiper blades, belts, hoses, and the list goes on. For the parts you need and the service you deserve, come to AAA Auto and Truck Parts on the south side of the Orleans Square or call 865-4444.
Orange County REMC is now offering you affordable protection for your home. Home security systems are available for members and non-members and will provide protection from fire, carbon monoxide, and theft. These systems are continuously monitored, so you'll have a peace of mind whether you're at home, work, or on vacation. You might even qualify for a discount on your homeowner's premium. Packages starting at $199 with monitoring starting at $24.95. For more information on these home services, call Orange County REMC at 812-865-2229.
10-point lead for Springs Valley over Orleans here at halftime. As we take a look at the first half statistics with the honors, we turn it over to McKenna.
All right, well, thank you, Mike. It looks like overall this Blackhawk team just really outdoing the Dogs statistically. Valley shooting 55% from the 2-point field goal range, 12 out of 22, 1 out of 2 from the tray range with 50%, and 13 out of 24 overall with 54%. They pulled down 14 rebounds with only 7 rebounds from Orleans, so really doubling the rebounds over Orleans. Orleans only shot 35% from the 2-point range and 13% from the 3-point range, 1 out of 8. Overall, they only shot 28% with 7 out of 25. Orleans shot 4 for 6 from the free throw with 66%, and Valley shot 2 out of 5 free throws for 40%. Turnovers for Orleans were 5, and turnovers for Valley were 7. There were 4 ties and 2 lead changes. Valley threw in 9 assists, while Orleans only threw in 4 assists. Orleans had 1 block, while Valley had 2 blocks. Valley had 3 steals, and Orleans didn't have any steals. So overall, Valley just looks like they're really outdoing this Orleans team tonight.
All right, certainly looks good. The 9 assists on 13 baskets, a good percentage, although not too bad for Orleans either. 4 out of 7, just not quite as many. All right, McKenna, thank you for the first half statistics. Here it's a 10-point lead on the Sullivan board. We'll start second half action when we come back. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
When it comes to shopping local, most of us think of small, friendly mom-and-pop shops with their quality products and commitment to their community. You may not think of Smithville as a local company, but it is. An Indiana company built by Hoosiers for Hoosiers. Nationally recognized for outstanding fiber internet, TV, voice, and security, as well as incredible customer service provided by your fellow Hoosiers. Go local. Visit switchtosmithville.com for the fastest internet and more. You'll be in good hands.
Caring people make the difference at Springs Valley Meadows in French Lick.
You can feel it the minute you walk into Springs Valley Meadows. We're the experts in long-term care, not just doing a job, but following a calling. We're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, we become an extension of your family. For more information about Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145, French Lick, visit ascseniorcare.com.
Or call Springs Valley Meadows at 936-9991.
Back we come to Orleans High School. We start the third quarter. Orleans on defense as Valley got a three-pointer out of Kyra Harrell, couldn't get it. And then down on the other end, a steal by Leah Punturi and a coast-to-coast layup as Valley now with their biggest lead of a game of 12 now at 31-19, the sixth turnover by Orleans. So Lady Hawks starting it with the turnover. And then down low, nice give and go. Audrey Elrod finishing it off inside. As Valley's been a little leaky defensively here today so far, Mike.
Yeah. Hopefully they can kick it up here at the start of this third quarter because this usually sets the tone for the whole rest of the game.
But offensively, they are tearing things up, hitting 55% from the field. Here's Leah Punturi out front, drives around Sheridan Robbins, takes it to the wing, works it in low to Jewel, knocked away and stolen by Haley Powell. Powell in there along with Peyton Blanton, Maddie Jones, Audrey Elrod, and Sheridan Robbins. The starters in low, comes off to Jones to Haley Powell, drives on Jewel, throws up the shot, no good, and they're going to get Jewel on the foul. A good job by Haley there to attack the basket. And Jewel picks up her second personal foul, and Haley Powell will get 2 free throws here. First of which is no good.
Might have been a little bit of acting on that there. I think Jewel pretty much had her hands straight up and had her position set.
Second free throw is good. Haley Powell has her 7th point of the ball game. 9-point Valley lead, 31-22. We're a minute and a half into the third quarter. Leah sends it right side to Kyra, to Jewel down at the corner, back out of the wing. To Leah, off to Kyra, quick three. It's an air ball, but right there to put it back is Jewel. She misses the putback, but does draw the rebounding foul, and Haley Powell may have picked up her third. Nope, they're going to put it instead on, let's see, oh no, they're going to call Alana on the rebounding foul. Wow. So she missed the layup, and then is called for the rebounding foul, so Orleans gets it back. Boy, that is a tough exchange for the Lady Hawks. Here is Powell, right wing. Looks top of the key now to Elrod. Sends it left side to Blanton. Peyton takes Kyra to the baseline, throws up the runner. Got it. Peyton Blanton's got her 4th point of the ball game. And that's 5 in a row now by Orleans. And suddenly Valley's lead trimmed to 7 at 31 to 24 on the Sullivan board. Leo walks it into the front court. Bounces away to Kyra to the baseline. Cut off. Throws up a wild shot. No good. Rebound. Jewel back up. Got it. Count it and one. Oh, that's a big basket for the Lady Hawks to help stem the tide. As Kyra threw up the wild shot there. And somehow Jewel was able to bail her out, grabbing the loose ball and putting it up and in, drawing the foul on Maddie Jones. And we'll have a chance now at a 3-point play. As the free throw up is perfect. So the 3-point play puts Valley back up by 10, and say, Mike, the Lady Hawks needed that exchange right there.
Yeah, that's a good play by Jewel.
And low, Maddie Jones wide open, and it spins out. Rebound grab by Powell, back up, no good. Looked like she got bumped and no call. Jared Gilbert wanted a foul. Haley Powell down on the floor as Leah drives down, throws up a wild shot, and missed it badly. They were 5 on 4. Now on the other end, ball knocked away and stolen here by Alana Nelson. Both teams a little out of control right now. So Orleans turns it over for the 7th time. Valley has 9 turnovers. Again, a chance here for Valley to match their biggest lead. There's a lot of extracurricular activity going on, bumping and grinding away from the ball, and now we're going to get a timeout called here, I think, by Marty Niehaus. And I think both coaches beseeching the officials here to take control. Haley Powell in some obvious pain. She is holding the back of her head, and she is in some obvious pain as she heads to the sidelines here, and certainly cannot make the Lady Bulldogs very happy. At any rate, we got a timeout on the floor with 4:44 to go, 3rd quarter. The Valley lead at 10 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Back with more Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball in just a moment.
Legends Restaurant in French Lick is your ultimate destination for any special occasion you might have. Birthdays, wedding receptions, anniversaries. Legends has the party room, the supplies, and best of all, the great food you need to pull off that perfect event. And it's not too soon to be thinking about their big New Year's Eve bash featuring a live DJ, party favors, and a free toast at midnight. Book your holiday parties now by calling 936-6338. That's 936-6338. Legends Restaurant across from the fountain in downtown French Lick. Start your own tradition.
And as we come out of the timeout, nice feed, Kyra Harrell in on the block to Jewel, turns and banks home her 14th point of the ball game, and Valley suddenly leads by 12. It matches their biggest lead. Blanton to the wing, pulls up for a 10-footer and hits another one. Peyton Blanton has got 6 now, and it's back to a 10-point Valley lead, 36-26, nearing the halfway point of the 3rd quarter. Leah into the front court. Drives it right around Blanton, and they're going to get Peyton Blanton for the block. Boy, Leah that time just turned on the afterburners to drive around Peyton, who tried to get over and set up for the charge. Instead, Peyton's got her 3rd foul. 2nd team foul. As Valley keeps it on the offensive end. They post up Jewel. It's through her fingertips, but grabbed by Alana on the weak side. She'll throw it into a cutting Leo. Takes it down the lane, throws it up, missed it. Rebound tip long, and Sheridan Robbins out of there with it. Ahead now to Elrod. Audrey takes it in, runs right over. Kyra Harrell hits the shot. It'll count. They call a blocking foul on Kyra. That'll be her 3rd as Audrey Elrod racing it down. Just took it right at Kyra. And that'll be her 3rd foul. Now Sydney Moon will come in for Peyton Blanton, who just picked up her 3rd, and now Abby Kendall will replace Kyra, who's been plagued with some foul trouble. She's got 3, and now Audrey Elrod will try to complete the 3-point play and pull Orleans to within 7. Up it goes. Got it. And that is 7 now for Audrey Elrod. And right now, Valley can't seem to pull away from this Orleans team. They're keeping it close.
Yeah, Orleans isn't going to give up on it. They never do.
Leah bounces away to Alana at the point. Nelson comes right side, cross-courts it back now to Leah. Little slant drive into lane, dumps it underneath to Abby, who puts it up. No good. Rebound battle around, loose on the floor, and we'll have a held ball here as Jones and Kendall tie one another up, and the possession arrow will give it to Orleans. So again, another close-in shot missed. Now Orleans has a chance to cut into the lead a little more. Jacqueline Gherkin in there now. Sends it right side to Maddie Jones. In low, Sydney Moon posting up. Kicks it back out to Gherkin for a three-point try. That is good. And suddenly, Valerie's lead is down to 4. 8-0 run for Orleans. It's 36-32. We got ourselves a ball game again. Under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Leah to the baseline. Hands off to Stevie. Fakes the three. Drives it out to the wing. Hands it back to Leah. Lobs it in low to Jewel. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Back up. Oh, and they're going to get Jewel for a rebounding foul. And that's going to be her third. Boy, how quickly the momentum, Mike, can change.
Yeah, I don't really agree with that one.
Yeah, Marty Niehaus didn't either.
She had plenty of height on that girl and really wasn't leaning at all.
Most definitely. Nevertheless, Orleans a chance to get even closer now with 2:35 to go. Gherkin out at the point. Started by McCormick. Left wing pass comes off to Jones. Hands off to Elrod. Moves it over to Moon. Sydney, guarded by Punturi, drives it to the foul line, kicks it off to Elrod, out beyond the arc, right side. Looks to drive it on Kendall, backs it back out. Still on the dribble, now it's going to heave up a three. That's going to be an air ball, and the rebound run down by Punturi. Leah roars it back, throws it ahead now to Atlanta on the catch underneath the basket, blocked away, and we're going to get a foul on Maddie Jones. Again, Leah with the up-court pass. And Maddie picks up her second foul. Atlanta 2 points on the day. Will be up there to shoot two. First of which is up. It is good.
Has a real good up-court look by Leah that time.
You bet. So that free throw ends an 8-0 run for Orleans. And Stevie will come out. Obviously winded. Again, battling that ear infection. Yesenia Gilmore, Yaya, the 5'6" freshman in. Second free throw would not go, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. And let's see who they give it to. I think it's going to be Valley ball. It is. So good job by Abby Kendall to fight for that rebound and ended up knocking it off an Orleans player. Abby lobs it in now to Jewel. Puts up the shot, no good. Got her own rebound, back up, no good, but a foul. So Jewel again staying with it. And using the size, her height to her advantage as she got her own rebound and put it back up. And the foul call will go on Jacqueline Gherkin. That is her first. And Jewel at the free throw line to shoot two. First of which is up. It is no good.
She's doing a good job following her own shot today, Mike.
Yeah. Minute 59 to go in the third. Jewel trying to put Valley up by 6. This one is up. It is perfect. And for Jewel now, she has her 15th point of the ball game. 38-32, Lady Hawks. Minute 55 to go. Valley took the lead with an 8-0 run to start the second quarter, and they have led ever since. Elrod deep on the left wing, down to the corner to Gherkin. Jacqueline throws it back out top now to Elrod. Audrey on the hold. Now Jones flashes out right wing, trying to post up Moon. Now Gherkin tries a three, no good. And what do we have? A foul on the rebound. I think it's going to be on Valley. And they're going to give Leah Punturi the foul. That'll be her first. Fifth now on Valley. Marty Niehaus wanting an explanation, and Gerald Scott
away from the ball that time.
Says Leah grabbed an Orleans player. Here's Gherkin out of the corner. 18-footers an air ball, and the rebound grabbed by Atlanta. Tries to dribble out of trouble, and she'll wait. Hand it off now to Leah. Minute 23 to go. Valley's led by as many as 12. Their advantage just 6 right now. Leah out on the point. Moves it around now to Kendall. Abby lobs it in low to Jewel on the catch. Puts it up no good. Atlanta the rebound. Back up and good. They converged on Jewel. And even though she couldn't get it to go, nobody was around Atlanta. And she cleaned up her 5th point. And Valley up 8 with a minute to go now in the 3rd quarter. Elrod out between the circles. On the dribble. Remember Peyton Blanton on the bench with 3 fouls. Here is Sheridan Robbins, drives in, little Euro step, overshot the goal, and the rebound run down by Yesenia. And off now to Leah. And just like that, after Orleans had cut it to 4, Valley has a chance to extend that lead back out to 10. 30 seconds to go here. And Valley could play for the final shot as a forced pass in low again by Yesenia. Again, ill-advised, and Orleans comes out of there with it. Here's Elrod into the front court, drives it right, 18 seconds to go. DeGurkin moves it around now to Moon. Drives it on Punturi, takes her all the way in, backs her down, puts it up, got it. Nice move by Sydney Moon. She's got 4, back to a 6-point lead, 5 seconds to go. Leah drives it right with 2, with 1, heaves up the shot, and it'll be short as we end the 3rd quarter. A dandy of a game here at the Doghouse. After 3 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Valley leads Orleans 40-34. Back with the 4th quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley at Orleans girls basketball.
Do you ever get financial headaches? If so, come see me, Chris Manship, branch manager at Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, in Orleans and Mitchell, and let us be the solution for all your financial needs. Here at Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, we have proudly served our community since 1886. We value and cherish the relationships that we have built over the years. We are also proud to serve in Orange, Floyd, Lawrence, and Washington counties. You know us. We're your neighbors, your friends, and we consider you family. Mid-Southern Savings Bank, FSB, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When it comes to buying insurance, you want a company that will take the guesswork out of finding the proper coverage at premiums that are affordable. At the Busick Insurance Agency in Orleans, your auto owner's agent, they'll work with you to determine the right amount of coverage. To get the best protection for home, health, auto, life, and business, call Patton or Brett Busick or Josh Crocker or Richard Grace at the Busick Insurance Agency, your auto owner's agent on East Jefferson Street in Orleans at 865-2626. Busick Insurance, a proud supporter of Orleans Bulldogs sports.
Mike Meehan and our statistician, McKenna Turley, Mike Hamilton at the Doghouse in Orleans, as Valley with the ball to start the 4th quarter, and Leah Punturi just got caught using an elbow as she picks up her 2nd personal foul, and not a good start to the quarter as Orleans keeping it close, only trailing by 6. They work it in low to Maddie Jones. Her shot blocked away by Stevie McNew, who is back in there. Lob in now to Jewel. She turns, drives in, puts up the shot, no good, but draws yet another foul. Jewel doing it all right now as Valley trying to work it inside. Yeah. Jenna Whalen will pick up the foul. That'll be her first. 5th team foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. That one very short. Leading scorers through 3. Jewel has 15. Stevie has 13, while for Orleans, Audrey Elrod and Haley Powell, 7 each. Peyton Blanton with 6. Second free throw looks short. It is. Rebound grab by Sheridan Robbins. So Valley's lead stays at 6. We're just underway 4th quarter. Sheridan Robbins out front, bounces away to Gherkin. Jacqueline drives it on Abby Kendall, pulls back, launches a 3, got it. Big basket there. Jacqueline Gherkin has got 8. Here comes Orleans. It's 40-37 now. This is as close as Orleans has been since they trailed 16-14. Punturi walks it into the front court. Works it over now to Nelson. Back to Leah here. She drives it into the lane, lost the handle, picked up by Abby Kendall. Backs it back out, looks, clears it away now to Nelson. Back to Leah, in low to Abby Kendall, to a cutting Jewel, who puts up the shot and can't get it to go. Off the back iron, rebound pulled down by Maddie Jones. And again, Orleans can pull a little closer. Gherkin out between the circles, sends it around now to Whalen. Jenna Whalen against Jewell, takes her to the baseline. Cut off, tip pass, picked up by Jones. She'll launch a 10-footer. It is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Leah. Took it away from Sydney Moon. Leah lobs it in low, intended for Stevie McNew, and it's tipped away by Whalen and out of bounds. Here comes Marissa Meehan. She'll check in for Jewell, who get a well-deserved break. Valley is led by as many as 12. That was at 31-19 to start the third quarter. Off the inbounds, it comes into Leah. Wide open, her 5-footer off the back of the rim. Valley can't get a shot to go, and Orleans boards it. Here's Moon into the front court. Kicked it off to Whalen for the tie, and we are. Jenna Whalen from downtown, and we are deadlocked at 40. And a timeout called here by Marty Niehaus with 6:01 to go. The Lady Bulldogs on fire right now. We'll return to the doghouse after this 30-second timeout.
The folks at Judy Meehan and Associates Real Estate in French Lick are big on Springs Valley girls basketball, and they're big on serving real estate buyers and sellers in Orange and the surrounding counties. Stop by their office on College Street in French Lick and see what's available, or call Judy Meehan and Associates at 936-7300.
Go Springs Valley basketball and go to Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the new Chevy Equinox and the big inventory of used pickups at Babcock Motors, your Chevrolet dealer in Orange County. That's Babcock Motors in Orleans.
Since Valley scored the first bucket of the third quarter, Orleans has outscored the Lady Hawks 21-9, and they have pulled even now at 40. Valley with their starters back in there, with the exception of Marissa Meehan in there for Jewell, and they go into Marissa, backs her way in, throws up the shot, got it! Nice job again by Marissa Meehan, posting up. You teach her, Mike, to kiss it high off the glass like that?
Yeah, I've been working with her on using the glass.
As Blanton down the lane throws up the runner and hits it. Tied again at 42. Orleans right now cannot miss. 5:20 to go, still a lot of time. Lee into the front court. Trying to post up. Down the lane she goes. Shot blocked away, picked up by Maddie Jones. Ahead now to Sheridan Robbins, and a timeout called here by Jared Gilbert. I think this will be a 30-second timeout with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. And Orleans now a chance to take their first lead since they were up 14-12 early in the second quarter. Landis Insurance in Orleans is serious about protecting you and your interests. They represent Hastings Mutual, and Landis is ready to satisfy your auto, business, farm, home, or other insurance needs. Hastings Mutual and Landis together providing Midwestern value since 1885. Call the Landis Agency in Orleans at 865-4792. From the varsity all the way down to the elementary grades, your friends at Sky Doherty Trucking are proud to salute each student-athlete for their hard work and dedication and continuing the legacy of excellence that is Lady Bulldogs basketball. Good luck all season long from everyone at Sky Doherty Trucking in Orleans, keeping America's economy on the move. Orleans has worked hard, and they just threw it away. But you know what, Mike? That's only their 8th turnover. Now, Valley doesn't have that many either, 10. But Orleans is really taking care of the basketball, so a rare turnover there, and Valley gets it back and a chance to regain the lead as we hit the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Leah,
we've got to take right,
runs over,
like
Peyton Blanton, no call, the lob in low to Jewell, and it's stolen away. They are fronting and playing behind Jewell, so the passes are tough, and there's a traveling violation called here on Maddie Jones. So all of a sudden, both teams getting a little sloppy with their play. The Valley with their starters in there, Punturi, Nelson, Harrell, McNew, and McCormick. Here's Lee out front against the zone, works it around now to Cairo. It's a bad pass, stolen by Blanton. She'll take it in for the layup, and Orleans is ahead. Valley getting really careless right now, and they are making some critical mistakes, and Orleans taking full advantage. Orleans by 2 now. Here's Leah, drives it on Blanton, and did she lose it out of bounds? She sure did. And all of a sudden, nothing going right for Valley. They are in They're only down 2, but the momentum completely on the side of Orleans right now. Blanton walks it into the front court. Sends it left side now to Jones. Turns, feeds it off now to Gherkin. Jacqueline goes around now to Elrod. Into the lane it goes to Jones. Back to Elrod. Slides off the screen to the top of the key. Backs it back out now on the dribble. Under 4 minutes to go now with Orleans up by 2. Almost a steal by Kyra. Picked up by Blanton. Works it around now to Gherkin. Jacqueline looking inside. Goes to Maddie Jones. Turns in the lane and she traveled with the basketball. Took an extra step. She tried to fake one way and turn back the other. And again, Valley gets it back, but they have been empty on their last 5 possessions right now. They've got to find a way to score here. Skip pass down to the corner to Stevie. Throws it back out top to Leah. Moves it around now to Kyra. Kyra picks up the dribble. Moves it around now to Puturi. Leah, little crossover move. Lost the handle again. And here is a jump ball in the back court. It'll stay with Orleans on the alternating possession. So at least Atlanta got in, and on the next jump ball, it will go to Springs Valley. As Stevie will come out, and again, she looks awfully winded out there. Again, she didn't play Thursday, and still trying to get over that ear infection. Orleans will evolve by 2, 3:15 remaining, but Valley has only scored 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Pick and roll, Elrod knocked away and retrieved here by Elrod, and then a reach-in foul will go on Leah. That'll be her third, and that's the 7th team foul now on Valley. So that'll take it to a 1-and-1 here as Leah will come out. And we're going to see Abby Lewis check into the ball game now for the first time. So a tough spot here for the Valley freshman as Audrey Elrod goes to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Valley led by 6 after 3, but it's 10-2 run here as the free throw short. And the rebound pulled down by Atlanta. So again, Valley a chance to pull even. 3 minutes to go. They are down 44-42. Bounce pass off now to Lewis. Abby goes back to Kyra. Sends it around now to Kendall in low to Nelson, and she's bumped and fouled by Maddie Jones, who will pick up her 3rd foul, but that's only the 6th team foul, so Valley not yet in the bonus, and they'll have to play it inbounds. They're going to have to work on protecting the ball here. Right. Got to make something happen with it. Abby gets it to Kyra, out of the corner for 3, big basket! Kyra out of the left corner, a huge field goal. And Valley back in front by 1 now at 45-44. Marty Niehaus urging her team to play defense. Gherkin down the lane. They've gotten away with 1, maybe even 2 walks there. Orleans controls. That was almost a travel by Elrod. In fact, it was. That's 3 now that Orleans has gotten away with. Gherkin, left wing. On the dribble. Sends it over on the near side to Jones. Down low to Sheridan Robbins for the catch. No good, but she does draw the foul, and Kyra Harrell says, no, I didn't even touch her. But Kyra will pick up her 4th. It doesn't do any good to argue it after it's already been called. Right. And Sheridan Robbins will shoot 2 here. She's been held to just 3 points, well below her 13-point per game average. And the first one in and out. So the best she can do is pull even now with 2:14 remaining. Couple dribbles, fires this one up and hits it. That is her 4th point. So what a game we are having. 2:10 to go, and we are tied at 45. Into the front court, Kendall bounces back now to Kyra, who just hit that 3 a few moments ago. Sends it over to Abby Lewis. Back over to Kyra. Out at the point. Draws the double team. Back to Abby. Lobs it in low to Jewel, who puts it up. Good! Counted it a foul. What a power move to the bucket by Jewel McCormick. As again, Valley continuing to pound it in low. Gherkin called for the foul, her 2nd. Jewel McCormick with her 17th point and a chance at a 3-point play. As she fires this one up, left it short, and the rebound out of bounds. Ooh, it looked like it was Orleans the last to touch it.
Yeah, I think that was Jacqueline that touched that last.
Yes, it was. And now, Gerald Scott's going to come out and talk here. And let's see if they change it or not. Nope, they're not going to change it. Wow. Well, that's Jeff Jackson. This was the same crew that Valley had in the Mitchell game back before Thanksgiving. And I don't think Valley liked the way they called there, and that was a tough call that went against Valley there. So now, Valley up by 2 as they work it in. Load Elrod blocked away by Abby Lewis. Picked up by Orleans. Minute 32 to go. Gherkin out beyond the arc for Orleans. Jacqueline sends it left side now to Elrod. Audrey on the hold. Turns, works it around now to Gherkin. Jackie looks to drive it. Jacqueline off the screen. Down the lane she goes. Blocked away by Jewel. Picked up by Sheridan and loaded. Jacqueline missed the layup. Rebound grabbed by Jewel McCormick. She was pushed to the floor that time by Gherkin, and they're going to call Valley for the traveling violation. Oh, and Marty Niehaus is absolutely livid right now. She cannot believe it. Orleans will have it with 1:06 to go coming out of a timeout on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James scoreboard. Valley by 2 over Orleans, 47-45. Back to Orleans High School after this short break.
Go Blackhawks and go to Springs Valley Supply on Highway 145 in French Lick. Stop by for top quality Valspar paints for interior and exterior protection. And see the line of Cabot stains for steps and decks at Springs Valley Supply, your steel dealer in French Lick. The folks at Judy Meehan and Associates Real Estate in French Lick are big on Springs Valley girls basketball, and they're big on serving real estate buyers and sellers in Orange and the surrounding counties. Stop by their office on College Street in French Lick and see what's available, or call Judy Meehan and Associates at 936-7300.
Don't forget, as soon as we're done here, we'll be sending you up to Indianapolis as the Hoosiers taking on the Fighting Irish. That game getting underway a few minutes ago. But here, we still have a lot to be decided. 1:06 remaining, fourth quarter on the Sullivan Financial Board. Springs Valley 47, Orleans 45. Lady Dogs with the basketball. They'll play it in from underneath their own hoop. Peyton Blanton looks to get it in, and it's stolen away by Stevie. And she threw it away on the other end. So the teams trade turnovers. So Stevie a little out of control there. Now as we tick down to 55 seconds to go, Audrey Elrod deep on the left wing. Trying to go to Sheridan Robbins. Alana Nelson defending her. Over it comes to Peyton Blanton. Blanton out between the circles here. Valley still in a man-to-man. Blanton now inside the center jump circle. 33 seconds to go. Drives it off the screen to the baseline. Cut off. And threw it away. Picked up by Kyra Hill. Big turnover there. 22 seconds to go. As the ball goes over to Abby, in low to Jewel, drives in, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by Audrey Elrod. Outlet, and she threw the ball away. Oh my goodness, with 9 and 8/10 seconds left. Valley trying to shoot, even though they've got a 2-point lead, and then Audrey Elrod with a cross-court pass, sending it out of bounds. And now with 9 and 8/10 seconds to go, the Lady Hawks have the basketball and trying to protect a 2-point lead.
Got a lucky break there.
No question about that. Of course, the basket by Jewel might have sealed this one. That would have given Valley a 4-point lead, but she didn't get it to go. But Orleans in just a little bit too much of a hurry. By the way, in JV action earlier today, Orleans improving to 8-5 as they defeated Valley 30-17. Brad Bledsoe's squad now stands at 1-7 on the year. But again, it's tough for them. They just have 5 on that JV team, so those 5 players have to play the entire game, and that's got to be tough.
Their record may not show it, but man, those girls play hard. Right. And for just 5 of them playing against, I believe Orleans had a roster. They had 10 on their JV, so
sure.
To play 4 quarters as hard as they did and just come up short at the end, they really give it their all.
All right, here we go. 9 and 8/10 seconds left. Valley will inbounds at 3/4 court. Alana Nelson, Kyra Harrell, Stevie McNew, Jewel McCormick, and Abby Kendall in there right now for the Lady Hawks. Man-to-man full court pressure by Orleans as Alana looks to get it in. Looks and jumps it in now to Jewel on the catch, and she's bumped and fouled immediately by Maddie Jones. I think Orleans fans wanted to travel there on Jewel. She had a little rough time coming to a stop, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, she wouldn't have traveled if she hadn't got shoved.
Well, that's a good point there, too. Maddie Jones, her 4th foul, 8th team foul, so Jewel will have a 1 and bonus. She has been to the line now 8 times and hit on 3 of those. She will have a 1 and bonus here. 8.1 seconds left. Valley leading by 2 at 47-45, and Jared Gilbert's going to try to ice her. So we'll take a break with Valley leading on the Sullivan board, 47-45, 8.1 seconds left. We'll return to Orleans High School after this 30-second timeout.
Hall Brothers Transportation in Orleans, a name that has stood for dependability for many years, is proud to continue their support of the Orleans Bulldogs and to the many events and activities of the school and the community as well. They realize the importance athletics have on our young people in building character and to adults in experiencing the thrill of high school sports. Hall Brothers Transportation has been serving the shipping needs of much of the Midwest, providing the link to keep businesses strong and our area's economy growing.
Hall Brothers Transportation, Highway 37 in Orleans, serving the area since 1979.
Landis Insurance in Orleans is serious about protecting you and your interests. They represent Hastings Mutual, and Landis is ready to satisfy your auto, business, farm, home, or other insurance needs. Hastings Mutual and Landis together providing Midwestern value since 1885. Call the Landis Agency in Orleans at 865-4792. So here's what we have. Valley up by 2. 47-45, 8.1 seconds. Jewel McCormick at the line to shoot a 1 and bonus. Valley has nobody up on the free throw line, and the free throw comes up short, and now Orleans has a chance to tie or win it. Into the front court comes Peyton Blanton. She drives. She turns. Sheridan Robbins, the 3 for the win. No good, and Valley's held on for the victory. Sheridan had a clean look from the three-point line on the right wing and overshot it. That would have sent Orleans home a winner, but it skipped over the rim, and somehow the Lady Blackhawks have found a way to survive as they have beaten Orleans now for the 7th consecutive time. Valley led by as many as 12, but Orleans got it tied on a couple of occasions and actually had the lead at 44-42. But some big plays made by Valley down the stretch as they were able to hang on and pick up the victory. Great game today. Both teams played hard. Always a shame when there has to be a loser, but it's Orleans today. And but again, they should be proud of their effort. Meanwhile, Valley has won 2 straight now since losing 5 in a row. They have beaten Orleans now for the 7th consecutive time, the 3rd time here on this floor, and they improved to 5-6, while Orleans drops to 3-10. We'll be back to recap all of today's action in a moment. The final score here this afternoon on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It was the Springs Valley Lady Blackhawks 47 and the Orleans Lady Bulldogs 45. You're listening to Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
The folks at Judy Meehan and Associates Real Estate in French Lick are big on Springs Valley girls basketball, and they're big on serving real estate buyers and sellers in Orange and the surrounding counties. Stop by their office on College Street in French Lick and see what's available, or call Judy Meehan and Associates at 936-7300.
There's only one place to go for a clean, shiny car this holiday season. Super Clean Car Wash. Stop by today and choose from our 4 automatic wash options, including our most popular, the Works. The Works Wash features a hot carnauba wax to help protect your car from winter's elements. Also, check out our buy 3, get 1 free option. Located in Orleans, Bedford, Jasper, and Salem, we have everything you need to keep your car looking its best. Visit us today. Super Clean Car Wash. It's not clean till it's super clean.
Whether you work on cars as a hobby or do it for a living, it's nice to know there's AAA Auto and Truck Parts in Orleans. With over 175 years of combined experience, Rick Jones and his staff will help you find the right part at the right price. With a 1 million item inventory and limited free delivery, AAA Auto and Truck Parts can usually get what you need right away, like interstate and deck batteries for the dependable starts all winter long. A wide array of chemicals, including fuel injection cleaners and air brake antifreeze, wiper blades, belts, hoses, and the list goes on. For the parts you need and the service you deserve, come to AAA Auto and Truck Parts on the south side of the Orleans Square or call 865-4444.
Orange County REMC is now offering you affordable protection for your home. Home security systems are available for members and non-members and will provide protection from fire, carbon monoxide, and theft. These systems are continuously monitored, so you'll have a peace of mind whether you're at home, work, or on vacation. You might even qualify for a discount on your homeowner's premium. Packages starting at $199 with monitoring starting at $24.95. For more information on these home services, call Orange County REMC at 812-865-2229.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
You've got a great watchdog. He barks every time someone comes to the door, devoted to your protection. But he can't lock your doors, turn on your lights, or set the temperature of your house. However, those things are part of what a Honeywell Lyric home automation system from Smithville Security can provide. Keep your dog and all other things you love safe. Visit smithvillesecurity.com today to discover how affordable peace of mind can be. Simple, smart, safe, Smithville.
And before we continue from the doghouse in Orleans, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
WFLQ FM in French Lick. It's now 2 past 3 p.m. and blue skies and 49 degrees at Q100.
Mike Hamilton along with Mike Meehan here at Orleans High School when the Lady Hawks pull out a thriller, 47-45 over Orleans in a game that came down to a do-or-die 3 by Sheridan Robbins, but she could not get it to go, and Valley was able to prevail here today. And as my good friend, the late great Chuck Akers,
in Orange County basketball.
Yeah, used to say, Mike, the real winners today were the fans.
Yeah, we've had many a battle against Orleans, and I can remember back in the day I had quite a few of them, and even watching my girls play and the boys as well. Still yet today, there's just never a dull moment in southern Indiana, yet alone Orange County.
Tell you what, Mike, if we could, we've got a problem with one of our headsets, so if you could, we'll have you give that over to Coach Niehaus so we can get her on.
I'd be glad to.
All righty. All right, joined now by Springs Valley head coach Marty Niehaus, and sure you've bitten your nails down to nothing now, haven't you, Coach?
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
What a game today. You got to be proud of the kids. They built a 12-point lead, but you knew Orleans had a run in them, and they made it tough, but your kids made the plays down the stretch when they needed to.
Yeah, I was real pleased with our play. I thought Jewel really came through for us, just played through, a lot of contact, and, that's what we need from her. So she hit some big shots, made some great plays. I was also pleased with our defense for the most part. We had a few letdowns here or there, but mostly I thought our kids did a good job, and really happy to see Abby step in there. You know, she has had kind of limited playing time, but then when Elizabeth went down with her knee, Abby was asked to come in there, and she gave us some good minutes. And, Stevie played really well considering she's been out for a while. She got winded at times. But overall, it was just good to see our kids bounce back. Orleans got that one little lead there, and I thought, this could be it. But we dug in and finished strong.
Well, you hit the nail on the head as far as what I was going to say was you had to go a little deeper on your bench maybe than what you would have liked because not everybody was 100%. And you mentioned Abby, you mentioned Abby. I thought you even got Yaya in there for a minute or two, and I don't think they hurt you in the time that they were in the game. No,
I was real pleased with what they did, and it was a shame that Marissa was down because she's been playing pretty well, but she couldn't hardly sit up on the bench. She's been having so many flu symptoms, but she came in there a little bit and gave Jewel a little bit of rest and did some good things. So we got great contributions off the bench, and I thought it was a good team win.
Talk about the play of Jewel again today, and it seems like the kids never give up on the opportunity to try to throw the ball in on the block to her, sometimes almost to a fault when the pass is not there, perhaps, but still, again, Jewel continuing to respond well.
She has, and the thing that really helps Jewel out is that she's got such a great jump, so even if the kids throw her a bad pass, she can usually track it down and then, has a good chance at finishing. Or even if, there's a lot of traffic around, if the kids get it up high enough, she can usually track it down. She did a great job, and I was really happy, like I said, to see her play better with the contact. She had started to get into a little bit of habit of kind of fading away, trying to avoid the contact instead of trying to play through it. And today I thought she did a better job with that, and that's going to be a good thing for us going forward.
And before it's all said and done, I know we're going to get the free throw situation straightened out with her, right?
Oh, man. That's the thing we talked about. The shot looks good. There's nothing wrong with her form.
Right.
I don't know exactly what is wrong. Obviously, it's a mental thing, so I'm not really a good psychiatrist, but I maybe will try to try some new tactics on Jewel. And all of us, really, nobody's shooting the free throw real well.
Well, 5 out of 14 today, and it may not have been this close had they been able to get some of those free throws to drop. Coach, I wanted to bring up too what an outstanding job Alana did on Sheridan Robbins defensively today.
Yeah, Alana never got to sit down once today. She played all 32 minutes, and she just works her butt off, from the tip until the finishing horn. And she did a nice job with Robbins, and did a good job when she was called upon to help. Did a good job on the boards, and she's a good leader for us on the floor. She keeps her head most of the time, and is a positive leader out there as well.
And you take somebody like Kyra as well. She was battling foul trouble all day, but I like the fact that these kids just continue to shoot. If the opportunity is there, they took it, and that probably turned out to be as big a shot as any. Kyra's 3 out of that left corner that gave you the lead back.
Yeah, boy, we needed that, and that, like you said, was probably a game changer. We needed it when she hit it.
All right. Well, Coach, it's always about moving on, and you've got another tough one coming up here on Tuesday night as you run through this stretch. But 2 nice road wins in a row. Of course, we talked about the win at Bloomfield on Thursday night. You knew it wouldn't be easy here at Orleans, and it's certainly not going to be easy when you head over to Campbellsburg on Tuesday night.
No, West Washington has a really nice team. They got a lot of offense. They've got 3 or 4 players at least who are legitimate offensive threats. So it'll test our defense a little bit, and then, they got a little more height, so that might make it a little bit harder for Jewel to score the ball. And, Jewel scoring is key. I mean, we got other people to score. Obviously, Stevie did a nice job today, but it always helps us when we can get the ball in there. So we may be challenged a little bit, but that's a good thing. So we're looking forward to Tuesday.
All right. Well, and I don't know. It's probably early. Can you tell at this point the seriousness of Elizabeth's injury, or?
Well, evidently she's torn it before, and she said that she heard a pop, and that's usually not a good thing. But there's no swelling, and Coach Burton, who's also expert on torn knees, unfortunately, said he thought maybe that was a good sign. So, we know nothing yet, but we're sure hoping for the best.
All righty. Well, the main thing is getting all these kids, Stevie, Kyra coming off that pink eye, and as you mentioned, Marissa battling a flu bug, just trying to get everybody healthy, and certainly you have no rest because it's a conference game, so you got to come out and be ready to go here on Tuesday night.
Yes, exactly. So hopefully we get a little rest tomorrow. The seniors were preaching to the underclassmen to rest and take care of themselves and not party too hard this weekend, so hopefully we'll come back strong on Tuesday.
Well, since you finished on the right end of this rivalry, pretty good. You like Valley and Orleans. Welcome to it.
yeah, it seems to be a pretty good rivalry.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck in the game on Tuesday. We'll have you again the Wednesday after Christmas when you take on Perry Central.
All right, very good, Mike.
All righty. That is Marty Niehaus, the head coach of the Springs Valley Lady Blackhawks, joining us after the contest here this evening as Valley holds on and pulls out the win here at 47-45, surviving a last-second 3-try by Sheridan Robbins at the buzzer that would have made Orleans a winner. Coach Jared Gilbert joins us now, and Coach, I know disappointment, but I'll tell you what, your kids battled all day. They came back from a 12-point deficit, had a couple leads there at the end, just couldn't quite hang on, but you got to be so proud of what they were able to do against a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, I am. We that's what we told the girls. We came into halftime down 10, and we talked about just having a little more toughness. We talked about just going out and staying on the attack more, and I thought for the most part there in the second half we were able to do that. So it was very proud of them. They did everything they could do to give themselves a chance, and it's just one of those things where a couple shots didn't go down. We had a couple turnovers that we'd like to have back, but we're learning from it and we're getting better, and we still had an opportunity to win. So we didn't hang our heads when we had some bad things happen. We continued battling and almost came out of here with a win.
Coach, I don't think you have 5 starters. I really honestly think you have 9 starters. I mean, your bench is doing so well right now. You don't lose things, so it really doesn't matter who you start because you've got 8 and 9 kids that come in and really give you some quality minutes.
Yeah, and that's something I think, here in the second half of the season is going to benefit us. I think that's just going to make us better and better, and it's definitely better for the competition just in practice and competing there for the minutes. And, we usually have someone else step in and if someone's not maybe having a bad game and step up and take their place and give us some positives, maybe in a different way than what the other person gave us, but they're bringing something positive to the table, and that's what we kind of preach to them is you gotta have something when you come in the game to bring us, and for the most part we've had that throughout the year.
Very physical game. How do you think your girls handled that?
We talked to them there and just told them, you guys, we just got to calm down and not get into all the the talking or anything, and just play the game and not worry about what's being said or anything like that. Just play through that and try to beat them on the court, and that's when it matters. And it was I thought for the most part after we calmed it down a little bit, we handled it okay. We at one time I thought we're getting a little hurried and frustrated, but after we calmed down, I think they played well and handled it pretty good.
I know you and Marty were really trying to get the officials to call it your way. I thought there were a couple of calls that that went Valley's way that probably shouldn't have. Maybe you got a break or two your way, but I guess that's part of the game, and you got to try to work your way through situations like that.
Oh yeah, you can't worry about that, and we don't want the girls worrying about that. It's kind of our coach's job to try to fight for your team and do the best we can to get that done. But that's part of the game. There's breaks either way, and you just gotta continue playing, and still gotta find a way to win when it comes down to it.
Right. Anytime you get a chance to win the game, Sheridan had a good look at that three. It goes, you guys win, and we're singing a different tune here. But just getting in a position to be able to win certainly is a lot. And kids like Peyton Blanton put you in that position. Jacqueline Gherkin did as well, and Haley Powell battled in. She's so thin and not. I don't want to use the word fragile, but she'll learn as she continues to go to be a little bit more physical than what she is, but still just some outstanding games played. Audrey Elrod, again, you like the way she's continuing to drive the ball to the basket. So you're getting good things out of these players, and you're going to continue to see good results, I think.
Oh, I think so. We said that. We'll take that shot all day, the rest of the year. That's a person that we feel very confident in that can hit that shot. And we had 2 or 3 on the floor that we would have took as well, but it was just so happened that she was open. And she's open next game. We would tell them to do the same thing, and she's a very capable shooter and step up and makes many of those. And she'll make many of those throughout her career. So.
All right. Coach, you'll have almost 2 weeks off now here. At least it's not going to be 3 or 3.5 like sometimes it's been, which really can make those practice times over the holidays seem like they take forever. You'll be at Edinburgh here in a couple weeks, but will this give you a chance to kind of step back and kind of reevaluate things, see where this team is, and then kind of, as you go into the so-called second half of the season, make the necessary adjustments?
Oh, yeah, it's a great time. We'll come and practice a little bit next week before we let them off a few days before Christmas. And we told them, it's time to kind of refresh coaches, players, everybody, and take some time off and then get back at it. But it's definitely a time we want to get better. We have to make sure we're improving. It's a time to kind of talk about maybe some new roles that people maybe have going into the second part of the year. And obviously we're a different team than when we started the year with people coming back from injuries and some JV girls playing. And so it's one of those where a lot has changed since the beginning of the year. And so we'll definitely focus on some things and definitely ways to get better, and hopefully be playing our best basketball here in the second half of the year.
Well, again, what I think is key is the depth of this team, and it probably carries over in practice because you can have almost 2 teams out there equal, and when you have really strong varsity players, instead of having to go up against like the JV or freshman team or whatever the case may be, that can't help but make you better in practice as well. And certainly we're seeing that. I mean, from where this team was, 2 or 3 weeks ago to how they handled adversity Thursday night down at Perry, to where they were down 12 in the second half and roared their way back and nearly pulled this game out. I just like the direction this team is heading right now.
Yeah, me too. I think this is going to be a tough team to beat by the end of the year, and we're definitely heading in the right direction. We just got to keep working hard, and good things will happen in the second half of the year.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll talk more on Sports Chat on Wednesday night. I know this is a tough one, but these kids have a lot of resiliency, and they'll handle this and be ready to go come here a couple weeks when they head up to Edinburgh.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely. They'll take us hard for a day or two, and then we'll get back after it. So we appreciate it, Mike.
All righty. That is Jared Gilbert, the head coach of the Orleans Lady Bulldogs, joining us after the contest as Valley hangs on and defeats Orleans 47-45. Let's take a look at the scoring of the contest. For the Lady Dogs, they are now 3-10 on the year, but certainly a lot better team than their record would indicate. They dropped to 1-3 in the conference. They are now 2-6 here at home. They had one double-figure score. That was Peyton Blanton, who scored 10 on 5 field goals, 7 each from Audrey Elrod and from Haley Powell. Off the bench, Jacqueline Gherkin chipped in with 8, including 2 big three-pointers there, helping Orleans in that comeback bid. 4 each from Sheridan Robbins and from Sydney Moon, 3 out of Jenna Whalen, and 2 from Maddie Jones. Only Brooklyn Knight that saw action did not score for the Lady Dogs. So again, Orleans easily going 9 deep. 8 of those score with 1 in double figures. For Springs Valley, they're now 5-6 on the year. They're now back over the 500 mark on the road at 3-2. They pick up their first conference win. They've only played 2. Mitchell was the other one, so they are at 1-1. So certainly they control their own destiny, and they'll have another tough one coming up on Tuesday night when they travel over to West Washington to take on Darren Russell's Lady Senators, as Marty Niehaus uses 10 players in the ball game. 6 of those score with 2 in double figures. Another solid game tonight for Jewel McCormick. 7 field goals. Still struggling with her foul shooting. She did a little better at Bloomfield, but tonight managed just 3 out of 9. She was 0 for 4 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Stevie McNew, and you could tell she was playing a war of attrition because with that ear infection, you figured the more she played, the more stamina she would lose. She scored all 13 of her points there in that first half of play, which was certainly key in the ball game, but did not score. But she had several breaks there over those final 2 quarters.
Yeah, she said before the game she couldn't even hear out of her left ear, and you know that throws you off trying to hear the other players.
Right, communication.
But when you're tough, you just keep on playing. So
absolutely,
I think she had a noble effort out there tonight.
And of course, Kyra Harrell coming off that conjunctivitis or pink eye. I like using those technical terms. Kyra had 6 points today, 2 3-pointers, 1 in the opening quarter, and then the big basket, the 3 out of the left corner that gave Valley the lead for good at 45. Actually, it didn't. It gave them the lead at the time. Sheridan Robbins' free throw tied it at 45 before Jewel McCormick hit a basket on a 3-point play opportunity that proved to be the final points of the contest with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in this contest, as Valley's defense stood up and was able to hold Orleans scoreless the rest of the way. 5 today from Alana Nelson, but it was her defense, I think, today, Mike, that was big, as Sheridan Robbins coming in averaging 13 a game, and Valley held her to just 4 points.
Yeah. Now Atlanta is a defensive threat. She always has been. I mean, that girl is so fast, and she can read passing zones like right now. So Coach was wise putting her on their biggest player, and really did a good job shutting her down today.
Marissa Meehan coming off the bench despite playing a little bit under the weather. 2 big baskets, a couple of nice post-up moves. She had 4 today, and the other 2 points coming from Leah Punturi. But again, Mike, you can't say enough about Abby Kendall, Elizabeth Stemley, Yesenia Gilmore, and Abby Lewis all coming off the bench, trying to give some rest to some of these players here, and I thought they did outstanding jobs. It didn't show up in terms of points or anything like that, but they were able to help take care of the basketball and help Valley protect that lead.
Well, and just being able to come in and give your bigs a rest, and getting some quality time out of them. Maybe not super productive on paper, but on the floor they really do a good job helping out and protecting the ball. So Coach has got to be pleased with their play today.
All right. It was 13-12 Orleans after 1, but Valley with a 17-point explosion in the second quarter, outscoring the Lady Dogs 17-6, took a 10-point lead at halftime. They stretched that to 12 with the first basket of the third quarter, only to see Orleans go on a 13-5 run to cut it to within 4. Valley led by 6 after 3 at 40-34. But Orleans, with back-to-back three-pointers by Jacqueline Gherkin and Jenna Whalen, tied it up at 40, and it was a dogfight literally from there, with Orleans finally succumbing. They had a last-second try as Sheridan Robbins from the right wing had a good look at it, but just could not get it to go as Valley hangs on to the victory. So a thriller today. We always like the close one, certainly. Maybe the coaches don't, but we in the media and the fans certainly have to enjoy the closeness of these ball games.
Definitely. Barn burners are the best.
You bet. All right, we'll step aside and take a quick break. When we return, we'll look at the final game statistics. Again, 47-45 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Valley holds on for the win. We'll return in a moment. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
Hello, my name is Ross Key. I speak farming and represent Springs Valley Bank and Trust, a true community bank committed to agriculture. As an ag specialist, I am committed to working with our customers and supporting the economic strength of our agricultural community. I look forward to building new and lasting relationships with farmers, businesses, and the people in the communities in which we live and work. Loyal to you, your family, and your future. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Focused on you, Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Back for the final time at Orleans High School. We'll be sending you to IU basketball here momentarily, but Valley with the win today over Orleans 47-45. Mike, thanks for spending time with us here this afternoon, and
thanks for having me.
You down the road.
Sure, I wasn't as colorful as some of your other helpers, but I appreciate the offer.
All righty. So Orleans falls to 3-10 on the year. They're 1-3 in the conference. Valley now 5-6 on the year and 1-1 in league play. As always, we're grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home, car, business, wherever you might be tuning in, and we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we receive from our participating schools, so we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Springs Valley and Orleans High Schools. We hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast as much as it has been our pleasure and privilege to bring it to you. Momentarily, we'll be sending you up to IU basketball, and then join Kelly Schmidt and me tonight. We'll be back at the Hawks Nest in French Lick as the Springs Valley boys look to go 6-1 on the young season as they take on the Lagodi Lions. 7:30, the scheduled tip with broadcast coverage to begin at 7:15. For our studio engineers this evening, Randall Ham and Tom Holliday. Our statistician for today's contest, McKenna Purley. And for Mike Meehan, this is Mike Hamilton bidding you a fine and pleasant farewell from the Doghouse in Orleans, where today's final score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard was the Springs Valley Lady Blackhawks 47, the Orleans Lady Bulldogs 45. This is Springs Valley and Orleans girls basketball.
WFLQ, the sports voice of the Valley, thanks you for listening to today's presentation of Lady Blackhawk basketball. The game's been brought to you by Legends Restaurant across from the Fountain in French Lick, Orange County RMC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Busick Insurance in Orleans for home, farm, health, auto, life, and business, AAA Auto Parts on the south side of the Orleans Square, Hall Brothers Transportation in Orleans, meeting the shipping needs of the area for more than 3 decades, Super Clean Car Wash, Maple Street, Orleans, Robinson Auction in Orleans, Mid-Southern Savings Bank, Highway 37 South in Orleans, banking the way it used to be, Springs Valley Bank and Trust with offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper, Springs Valley Meadows, Highway 145 French Lick, and by Smithville Fiber, now offering DSL and fast internet service to customers, another way to serve you better. High school basketball is a presentation of Q100 Sports. You can best show your appreciation for this broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsors. You're listening to your power station for sports, Q100 WFLQ French Lick.